What's like the weirdest story you've heard at Penn?
I mean, you guys know about Ben Franklin, right? The bench?
No.
You know. Yeah. It's kind of a tradition around here to piss on Ben Franklin.
Hey guys, I'm Inji from Go Be Scholar. Today we're here at UPenn to ask how they got into UPenn. So what is your name? What are you majoring in? And what year are you in?
My name is Cole. I'm a freshman math major.
Hi, I'm Beth. I'm a senior. I'm studying material science and engineering and finance.
My name is Davis Corman. I am a first year and I am in Wharton, concentrating in finance.
My name is Liana. I'm a senior and I'm majoring in economics and minoring in math and art history.
My name is Alea Lewis. I'm majoring in health and societies on the pre-med track and I'm a first year.
Hi, I'm Divya and I'm a freshman. I'm undecided right now, but I'm thinking health and societies, which is basically like a public health kind of course.
I'm Lauren Johnson. I'm majoring in architecture with a minor in urban real estate and development, and I am a freshman.
Was this like the major you intended in when you like first applied, or did you change it?
That's a good question. When I first applied, I applied into that program, but I didn't know what kind of engineering I wanted to do, and I also hadn't yet declared a concentration in Wharton. So I came in, I wrote about finance and systems engineering, which I ended up taking a couple classes in, and then ultimately studying finance, but I chose to do materials instead.
I did apply with that major, yeah.
I changed it pretty early on. I started as an environmental science major and then shifted after I took my intro to economics class. I really liked it, so decided to pivot.
When I was applying to Penn, I haven't officially declared, but I'm thinking about health and societies. But I think that once I got here, I realized that health and societies kind of more aligns with my interest in public health.
No, I switched. Right now I'm doing a math major and I'm going to minor in sociology and French, but I actually applied as a sociology major with a concentration in data analysis because I was also interested in statistics and math, and that was an application of it that I thought was more suited to all the extracurriculars that I was doing and my interests.
This was my intended major, but I had no idea about the minor. It's an interdisciplinary minor between Wharton, the business school, and the College of Arts and Sciences. I had no idea about it, and when I heard about it, I figured out that it perfectly paired with architecture, and I'd be able to manage both in the 4 years, so it was definitely something that I was interested in and only kind of came upon it recently.
What was your extracurriculars in high school?
I was admitted to Penn as an environmental science major, which I pivoted away from, but that was a lot of my focus in undergrad. So I did research at a lot of different labs, chemistry research, and then was also involved in sort of the sustainability of my high school as well.
So my biggest one is I did gymnastics my whole life, but through that I kind of mentored my physical therapist that worked inside my gym, and so she created a whole company focused on physical therapy for gymnasts, and so I worked a lot with her and interned with her.
So you worked for a startup?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the biggest ones, I did the New Jersey Governor STEM Scholars, which was a research program basically that I did my senior year of high school. I did volunteering I taught toddlers French. I think that's a big thing with languages. If you know some other language, it's good to show that you're doing something with it, not just that you know it, because a lot of people know multiple languages, but if you're teaching it or tutoring people, whatever, I think that's pretty good as well.
Yeah, in high school, my main extracurricular was an organization called FBLA, which is Future Business Leaders of America, so it sort of relates. It wasn't directly with finance, but it was very business oriented, so I knew I wanted to go for business.
What do you think was your wow factor for your application when you applied?
That's a good question.
Oh, that's a good question.
I feel a lot of my extracurriculars were very spread out. It was very
So your application was
things.
more well-rounded.
Yeah,
because
a lot of people say if you have one thing, you really do that looks good. But Penn is very interdisciplinary, and they like the interdisciplinary stuff too. So what I said that I connected it all with statistics, because with any kind of research in all different fields, because I did a lot of various things. But, you have to statistically analyze any results, so it kind of connects that way for me.
Honestly, I think it would be that. I think with like gymnastics, I did probably like 20-25 hours practicing a week, and it was just like a really big time commitment.
How long were you doing it? Because you said like
I did it
your whole life.
I competed for 10 years, but I've been doing it for like 14 years.
I think that I had a lot of like demonstrated passion for like maybe not something that's related to business or engineering directly, but I played like competitive sports for 10 years, and like everything I did,
What sport was it?
I played competitive softball for 10 years, and then I also played field hockey in high school all 4 years, and I had like leadership positions in like both of those organizations, and showed progress over the years in like whatever organizations I was involved with. So I think in terms of like what Penn is looking for, they're just looking for you to be like passionate and like a leader of something, and it doesn't necessarily have to correlate with what you want to study.
I think I just like developed a pretty strong narrative around like rather than doing everything under the sun, like prioritizing extracurriculars and hobbies that were like important to me, and so I think that the fact that I was genuinely passionate and they all kind of aligned with a particular theme helped with my application.
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I did a lot with FBLA, so like I had like a national position, stuff like that. So that's probably my wow factor. But also I just feel like I like focused my essays on like getting a broader. I would just say it was probably that.
Did you take the SAT?
I did take it.
Yes, I did not do well on it. I'm not a good standardized tester. Yeah, so I got a 1340 the first time I took it. Second time, I had a concussion.
Oh.
So I don't even know what I got. I didn't look at that score because I had a concussion.
I think it was 1580.
Like on the first try?
No, I took it 5 times, but I eventually got a 1580.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah, it was a lot. It took a while, but I got it.
I got a 1460.
That's still good.
It was, yeah, I felt good about it, but Penn's average is like a 1500. Yeah, so I was like, so I was feeling unsure, and I was like, if I'm not feeling great about it, then I probably just shouldn't submit it. I felt good about it, but the average like Penn score was a little higher than what I achieved, and I felt a lot stronger about other aspects of my application and like a little concerned about that, so I decided not to submit my scores.
I did not take the SAT. I just took the ACT.
What was your ACT score?
So I took the ACT twice, and I got a 34 both times, but Penn allows you to super score, so I had a 36 super score, which is the only thing they saw.
What tips would you have for high school students who want to get into UPenn?
Ooh, I feel like the biggest tip I'd give is probably to, especially in your essays, like be yourself. Don't try to overdo it, because I feel like admissions officers really like when people are genuine in their writing. Meaning it doesn't have to be like some prestigious essay. It should be who you are, and it should just be very like your personality. Your personality should shine in your essays. And I feel like a lot of people lose that because they get stressed over having the perfect essay.
I'd say do extracurriculars you actually care about and things you're interested in, because I feel like a lot of people just do things because like, oh, this will look good, but if it's not something you care about, one, it doesn't help you in the future, and two, it's also you can't write about that, and like what Lauren said about supplementals, like those are really important in what you write, and if it's something you're not passionate about, that is very clear in your writing, and that's what colleges can see.
I think it's important to keep your application authentic, because basically like a lot of people have like great scores and great grades, and so finding something that's true to you to help differentiate yourself in the pool of applicants is probably the most important part.
Yeah, I think like the really important thing that I did when I was like writing my Penn essays was like doing research on like what at Penn I could see myself doing. So like what they're trying to look for is not only like you doing amazing things in your life so far, but also like what you would be like if you were a part of the Penn community. So like how you would engage with both Penn itself, but also like the larger West Philadelphia community is something that they're looking for, but they won't necessarily say that explicitly.
So a very random question, but who's your favorite alumni?
And
why?
I don't know many. Oh, I am. So I like to sing, and John Legend is is an alumni of Penn.
John Legend.
Anytime I hear a John Legend song, I always like tell everyone that he went here.
This is like the third time somebody said
Yeah, John Legend. I don't really know the other ones as well.
And actually, the song that got me into singing was All of Me, which is by John Legend. So,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
yeah. So that's it.
The ones I know aren't good.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have a lot of alumni, so
True. I don't feel like I know the alumni very well, but I definitely know John Legend and love his music. So.
any crazy stories from your years at Penn?
Crazy stories from my years at Penn.
Ooh, I have to think about this. Wait, I'm like blinking.
I will say, like, on your tour of Penn, they'll tell you a story about the button structure in the middle of campus, and it's about how the statue across of Locust Walk from it has a missing button at the top. It's Ben Franklin, he's missing a button, and they tell like a whole cute story about how it like flew off and fell over there and broke, and that's like the idea of where it came from, but that's actually not true, and that's also not the reason why the button is the most famous landmark on campus. No, but you'll have to ask people that you know personally about why the button is popular place to hang
Why is the
out.
button popular?
It's like a joke. I think it's just lore, but I don't know for sure, and I don't know anyone personally that's done it. But it's like a thing that if you hook up under the button, like that means that you truly had the Penn experience.
Have you done it?
No.
Like a recent one we heard was like, you know, the button over there.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, like if you make out under it, like
It's not
you have
making
to-
out, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's other things. It's other things. I mean, you guys know about Ben Franklin, right? The bench.
No.
You know. Yeah.
I mean, can you share for the video?
It's kind of a tradition around here to piss on Ben Franklin.
Just touch
And
them.
so I was gonna say everybody,
Don't know.
yeah, people don't know, and so everybody kind of makes fun of the people that take pictures with it, hug on it.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, but it's okay. Nobody knows until they get here. So, even though word spreads a little bit, but yeah.
Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Inji from Gobi Scholar. Today we're here at Penn, UPenn. За дахиад явчих. Жохон алдчихлаа.